Tyrone, you look quite distinguished with that derby on. Oh, look at you, man.
Just trying to survive. Just a little old cotton picking peasant from Warrington, trying to keep up with Joseph Eccles Lowery and all of my great leaders.
How does Dr. Lowery, how long have you been knowing Dr. Lowery?
I met Dr. Lowery in 1966 at the SCLC convention in Jackson, Mississippi. Carl Farris, who was on Dorothy Cotton's staff, picked me up in Warrington and drove me to Jackson, Mississippi. And I heard Dr. Lowery preach for the first time. I had never met him before. I'd heard of him. He was chairing the board of SCLC, and I was very impressed with him. I didn't really get to know him well until Dr. Abernathy retired from SCLC in 1977, and Dr. Lowery became president following Dr. Abernathy's retirement in 77. From 77 on to today, we've had a pretty close working relationship. We have stayed focused on the real issues of today, and I was just telling a reporter from Channel 11, Keith Whitney, that it's really been a blessing to be able to grow up around these great leaders. Dr. King, who was younger than Dr. Lowery, Abernathy, who was younger than Dr. Lowery, Hosea Williams, who was younger than Dr. Lowery, and Fred Shuttlesworth, I believe, who's the same age of Dr. Lowery. To be able to be around these giants and to partake of this wisdom that they carry and they share, the experiences that they've lived, it is absolutely a blessing to be around these men and these women. So I'm happy to be here for his 85th birthday. I hope I'll be around for another 85 years of his birth. Joe Lowery is a great, great leader, and he doesn't act 85. He doesn't look 85. He has the energy of a 25, it seemed to me. So we should all be thankful that we still have Joe Lowery here. Dr. King is gone. Abernathy is gone. C.K. Steele is gone. Jose is gone. Coretta is gone. Rosa Parks is gone. But Joe is still here. And sometimes I say God has kept him around for a reason. And maybe that reason is for Joe to be the conscience of the movement and to be the dean of the movement and to keep us all focused. He's here for a reason. God could have removed him a long time ago, but here he is, 85, and all of his friends have left him except Fred Shuttlesworth. So, it just absolutely.
Tell us something personal about him that you know about him that maybe a lot of people don't know about him, or something, a relationship or anything.
I like Dr. Lowery. I say to Dr. Lowery all the time, if God had not called him to preach, his second calling would be comedian. He is absolutely a funny man. He can tell jokes. He when he's speaking or preaching, he mixes in the jokes and the comedy with his preaching and speaking. He is absolutely a funny person. I mean, he could go tit for tat with a Red Fox or Chris Rock. He is absolutely a funny man. And I say all the time to people, look, if God hadn't called this man to preach, he would be on the stage performing as a comedian somewhere. He's really funny. And that's why I like to be around him. He's really fun. He doesn't take himself too seriously. That's another thing I like about him. And he's simple, Herbert. He is down to earth. He's simple. He doesn't have that elitist ego chip on his shoulder. He doesn't walk around with a big entourage and making it difficult to get to him. That's the thing I like about him. When he was president of SCLC, we could call him wherever he was. He'd call right back. That's what I like about a leader, someone that you can walk up to and touch, and they don't have this big wall around them and this air of elitism around them. That's the way Dr. King and Abernathy were. That's what, Jose was like that. So, that's something that I think most people don't know about Joe Lowery. He's a simple guy. He's just a regular guy, and you will see him everywhere, walking the streets by himself, sitting in little restaurants by himself. I really like that about a leader.
You recently turned 60, didn't you?
Yes, I did. And
happy birthday, belated.
Yeah, absolutely.
I
saw it. We saw it. And had Joe Lowery up there and had Elijah Muhammad. It was wonderful. I appreciate it. Absolutely. Al Sharpton is October 3rd. Dr. Lowery is October 6th. Jesse Jackson is October 8th. And I'm the 10th. And I think Martin King is the 12th. James Orange is the 29th. There are so many of us in October. And Jesse's having his October birthday here next week, and we all are going to go and be a part of his Oktoberfest here during the Rainbow Push Conference. So it's a blessing, I say all the time, the only alternative to getting older is dying young. I do not want to die young. I want to live to be 102. My mother's 97. Oh. And I tell Mom all the time, Mama, I hope I'll make it. She said, oh, you'll make it. Your grandmama lived to be 107. You'll make it.